Welcome to A Pinch of Basile. I am your wonderful, good-looking, handsome host.
No.
Basil, that's right. Herb and Rosemary's son.
Hey, at least here I have a shovel.
I was going to say, man.
Yeah, you can't do it all so much when I'm in North Carolina. If you're joining us on Facebook, thank you so much. But don't forget, you can call in at 844-790-8255. That's 844-790-8255. Besides our live stream on Facebook, you can listen online at americamatters.us and on the TuneIn app from your phone or tablet. Just search America Matters. You have no excuse, any, for not listening and or watching us. I'm here with my wonderful co-host that we are for the first time since this show live together.
We are.
And it is a true
experience.
True honor. It's an experience. It's a true honor. I mean, I came in from Vegas. You picked me up from the airport. Thank you so much. Janice Hermson, ladies and gentlemen. But a big hand up for her, because without her, there is no Pinch of Basile. And, of course, it says this on here, but it says we can't do this without our awesome engineer, Craig Moss. Okay. Anyway.
Moving on.
Moving on.
He's busy with his little project over there.
Does he have a project going on?
He has a project going on, yes. You'll have to ask him about it later.
Yes, I will. And I'm here in the studio. This is like the first time I've actually been interviewed before in this studio, to be quite honest with you.
A couple of times.
And, for doing interviews, I'm playing at the wonderful Silver Legacy Casino this week, starting tonight all the way through Sunday. But I got to be honest with you, I'm very, very excited to be here. And you guys, all of you who are either on myself, you can follow me at Basile Fans on Facebook and Twitter and on Instagram. Go to BASILEFANS, Basile Fans.
And say hi to Ray Beeble.
Ray.
Cleveland, Ohio.
Ray. Number one fan in the world, loves my
awesome.
show. He is awesome. His son actually has a radio show too.
Oh, really?
In Cleveland, it's a sports show that he does. And Ray might, we'll give it a little plug and stuff like that if we possibly can.
Ray, let us know where that is and when and all, and we'll talk about it.
Absolutely. We have an amazing guest this show.
We do. Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This guy, he not only is a motivational speaker, best-selling author, an athlete, unbelievable athlete, an entrepreneur, but I got to tell you something, probably one of the nicest cats you'll ever meet. Dean Karnazes, he's done just about everything, and I got to be honest with you, this cat, first of all, I love his mother and his father. When my daughter was doing her internship, she did it for a magazine called Snowboarder Magazine. And she actually lived with Dean's mom and dad, and they loved her. They loved her so much, and I just got the biggest kick about that. So, and then I got a chance to meet Dean. I was going to post a picture. I met him last year during the National HEPA convention that we did. That was in Atlantic City. It was fantastic. Listen, folks, I got to tell you, we have not only. By the way, you got to be able to text us as well. Janice, what's that wonderful number for texting?
Oh my goodness! Let's see if I can remember it. 775-237-2266. And my engineer shook his head. Yep, you got it.
You got it.
I guessed right.
And she has it tattooed somewhere on her body that we have yet to see, but I know for sure it's on
it
there
must
someplace.
be somewhere. I don't know where the heck it is.
We got a couple of dates coming up as well. Of course, I'm going to be this week at the wonderful Silver Legacy at the Laugh Factory. I will be there from tonight. Today's the 18th through the 24th. So you guys got to
we're gonna jam you over there after we're done here.
Oh my God, absolutely! It's taking me to the hotel. It's unbelievable, and it's going to be crazy. I look like hell, but I'm going to look a lot better tonight. So we got that going. I was just at the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas. Fantastic show. Earl David Reed, Alcaz was with me, and then Alcaz will be with me this week at this again Silver Legacy. We even have a coupon out there that I was allowed to give out, and I was like, okay, cool. It's a 2-for-1. You get 2 for the price of 1.
And so we're going to post it probably after the show. I don't know if I have access from this computer. We'll post it, and then if you go on to What's the Story and find the What's the Story publication. Go to issue.com or go on to What's the Story, and you'll find a 2-for-1 in there too.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Well, folks, there's no reason for you not
That's
to come.
right.
You have nothing else to do. It's Reno, for God's sakes, okay?
Be careful.
No, and I mean that in the nicest way
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
But listen, for those of you who
That's
are
because you came from Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, listen, I love Reno. I love
do
Reno.
too.
Did you go to the airport? I showed you the picture.
Yes.
As soon as I got off the plane, no one was more shocked as you're going down the concourse to get your luggage. Bam, there's my whole thing across the huge electronic billboard right by the McDonald's. I was
with your picture
with my
and your
picture,
announcement about being at the Silver Legacy.
Yeah, and the
Laugh
thing
Factory.
is, it just raised my appreciation for that airport so much, to be quite honest with you. But that's another story for another time. Anyway, folks, so a couple of other places real quick before.
Actually, Basil, they were just desperate to have something up on the screen.
See, he put his headset on just to say that to you. Do you know that?
If there was a way to blank him out, if I press cough on his thing. No, it doesn't work.
No, he has the controls, not you.
Thank you very much, Craig. Okay. Love like this, I can get in prison. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, folks, again, I'm going to be at Myrtle Beach the 24th through the 30th at the wonderful, wonderful Comedy Cabana. July 5th, I'll be hosting the Supreme Convention for the National HEPA in Chicago, Illinois. Then the 12th and 13th, I'll be at Kazi's Comedy Club in wonderful Newport News, Virginia. So make sure, hey, the 13th is already sold out. So that's the Saturday. So I'm sorry for you guys about that. But we have future guests coming up. Katerina is going to be coming on. Harry Basil will be coming on. Pamela Pappas next week, I should say.
Week,
She'll
yes.
be who climbed Mount Everest. And I'm so excited. We have a bunch more that are coming on. But right now, folks, it's getting close to that time where I have to drink my coffee and do a couple little sponsorship things. So we're going to take a break, but don't go away. I'll be right back after a few words from our wonderful sponsors. And remember, everything better with a pinch of basil on it.
Here on America Matters.
Now back to the show.
Oh, we are indeed back. You're listening to Basil all around the world. You know they can hear me in Australia.
They can.
They can. By the way, Australia, have some news coming up for you.
Are you going to be
Yeah, I think.
visiting?
I think I'm going to be visiting there. It's going to be interesting doing my show from there.
You're going to do it?
Yeah, of course I am.
Good.
I'm going to do it
Good.
from there. Why
That'll
wouldn't
be fun.
I? I think
That'll
so.
be fun.
You can. It's based all around the world. You can go to the TuneIn app and find America Matters, or listen every week on americamatters.us. If you miss any part of the show, you'll find them under the podcast under the site of A Pinch of Basile, or on Facebook on the Basil fans page. I always, we have this trivia thing.
We do. But before we do the trivia, I do. I love trivia.
You do. And I know you always like to test me.
I do.
Because you want to see, listen, I'm very proud of my 8th grade education.
And very good.
Yeah. I'm just sorry.
It's
I just
excellent.
touched the microphone, wiping my nose, and forgot that my mic is not in front of me like it usually is, 18 inches. But evidently, it's right next to my face.
It's right there, right in front
it's
of
right
you.
there.
That's right.
And it looks like I got this huge zit, this big black
Yeah,
zit, a mole. I got a mole.
It's a mole.
It's a mole.
There
you see,
you go.
don't I look sexy?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, baby.
All right, go ahead. Nice. That's nice. Sure,
That was just for you.
Sure, now you talk dirty to me. Yeah, that's great. Okay, that's nice.
It's just something you would say, and I just had to spit it right back at you.
That's very nice. Anyway,
right.
what did you want to tell me?
I want to tell you first about the fact that, you know how you asked me when we got out of the car, you asked me if it was safe to leave your bags in the car.
Yes.
And I said, yeah, I'll lock them up for you, right? Well, what I neglected to tell you is what happened to me yesterday.
Don't tell me I'm going to be wearing this for show clothes because I look like crap. My hair is a mess. I look like crap.
You're going to be doing your show in shorts.
Which, in private, I have no problem with this, folks. I really don't. I think, doing my show that way, it's very sexy.
Well, I have a key fob story, and I tried to tell you that earlier, and you were like, what are you talking about?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, my key fob story is that yesterday I went out to my car, try and make it as quick as I can here. Click the fob, nothing happens. No worries, got another one. Go click my other one, nothing happens. Still no worry. Pull it out, use the key, right? Yeah, guess what?
The
Wrong
arm
key.
went off?
Wrong key.
You had the wrong key.
Not the key. So I said, no worries, second key fob. Still wrong key. So, as long as it works, which it is right now, we're good. You're getting in that car. Because I locked it.
Craig, I may need to borrow some underwear. That's all I'm saying. I hope you're wearing.
Thought you'd appreciate
I hope you got tighty whities. I can't do boxers. I really
said,
can't.
and my sister said, well, you can take my car. And I said, no, it's been working. I think we'll be okay. She's got a little car.
Does she really?
Yeah. And even I don't like getting in and out of that.
Nah, you know, the little cars to me are just, I just don't.
Not a lot of fun.
Not so much.
Not so much.
What kind of a car is it? Can you tell me?
No.
No, you
She's
can't.
going to shoot me because I don't remember what car. It's a Chevrolet, right? But I don't remember what model. It starts with an S.
You sure? It's not a GT? You know what GT always stood for, right? Got taken. And
she's probably texting me right now to tell me what
is she really? But I love when your sister, chirps in.
I know she does sometimes. Oh, she's not. She must be busy.
Okay.
She had a client coming in, so she's probably not.
Oh,
listening.
really?
Yeah.
She's not listening.
We
to
do
the
actually
Basil
have
show?
business every now and then.
What happened to us? We had a thing, and then you're cheating on me with someone with more money.
Well, got to pay the overhead.
I'm
That's
sure.
part of the game.
Well, you know what? My car that I don't want to say what kind of brand it is or anything, but this stupid car, my actual things don't work.
The key fobs.
The key fobs or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't work.
They don't work. Like mine didn't today.
So I have to take the key out. There's an actual hard key.
Right.
Open it up, and as soon as I do that, the alarm goes off.
Oh.
And I have to start up my car as quickly as possible for it to stop. Either one of them.
Funny.
Neither one of them. So if someone has an idea how I can get I guess I can mention it. Can I mention the car brand? It's a Chrysler, and it's a Chrysler Journey, and I'm looking for these key fobs that I can go ahead and open it because they want to charge me. Are you ready for this? $350 a piece.
Oh my.
$350
What do you
a
suppose
piece.
the locksmith is going to charge me when I go in there to have him try and fix this problem that I have?
Once I tell him, you got some tickets because Basil needs his underwear for the shows and everything. That's all I'm going to say.
That's right. Well, I have his number, so if we need him.
That's great. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's all I need. All right, so tell me about some of this trivia that you got.
We have some good trivia.
Yeah,
well,
I can't wait.
You travel a lot.
Yes, I do.
And so I thought geography was going to be a great topic, right?
All right, go ahead.
All right, so I want to know this is an easy one. What's the smallest state in the United States?
Rhode Island.
There you go. See, I told you it was easy. How about the longest river in the United States? Do you know that
probably
one?
the Mississippi.
No,
Which
you
longer
got the
than
first part right. Missouri.
The Missouri River, really?
That's what they're telling me.
Well, you know what? Yeah, because the Missouri River goes through Texas. It goes through part of, doesn't it through a little bit through Nevada too?
No clue. No clue. You're talking to the wrong gal. I am not the geography gal.
God.
That's why I love this, because I'm so bad at geography. If you ask me these questions, oh my.
Okay.
I'd be
What goes through Nevada is the Colorado River.
That's the Colorado. He's right. No, he's right. Yeah.
Of course he's right. He's always right.
Yeah,
Come on.
because he's got a trivia thing right in front of him. Okay, whatever.
That one he knew.
Yeah.
How about the largest American state by area?
Oh, man. By area?
By area.
I know this one.
By area.
What's actually bigger than the continental United States?
Well, probably Alaska.
There you go. Perfect. These are too easy.
No, I'm just very brilliant.
Oh.
No one gives me the credit that I truly deserve. It's people look at me as a sex object, but like there's no, and you shut up, you.
Oh,
you say nothing back.
I actually know the answer to this one because I used to live here.
All right, go ahead.
And I visited here.
Okay.
Where is Crater Lake situated?
Crater Lake.
I have been there. I lived in that state.
Crater
Lake. He doesn't know something. Yay, that I know.
Wait a minute. Crater Lake. I would have to say.
Well, think about my clue to you, the fact that I live there, right?
Well, California?
No, it's not California.
Because my next thing would probably have been Missouri.
No.
Okay, what is it?
Oregon.
Oregon, that's right.
Beautiful lake.
Is it really?
It is.
Crater Lake.
Yes.
I just
Crater Lake.
A creature from Crater Lake. No, I can't see that. That would scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is the thing that kills me. There was another attack off the coast of North Carolina, a shark attack.
I heard about that.
Have you heard about this?
I did.
This is ridiculous. And the people who are trying to make nice with the sharks are trying to say, well, sometimes the sharks get confused, because they think it's a seal. They think it's a fish. Look at me. Are there any gills? Do you see gills on me? Are there any fins? Am I a merman? Am I,
Merman.
Hey, Basil, just because every time you try and lie down on the beach, they push you back in the water.
Wow. Okay, that's 2. On the third one, I come in there and I beat the crap out of you.
Craig has been looking forward to this.
Yes, I'm sure he has. I'm trying. I want to work a bit on this.
I know.
And it's because listen, a shark sees me.
I tried to help you.
Yeah, I know you are. You're doing a hell of a job. You truly are. Help like this. Okay.
Yeah. Well. No one said I was the comedian.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
No, not at all. Not at all. So tell me, what's the other? Any more trivia?
Oh yes.
All right. What do you got?
Which place, and I would not have known this, which place has 43 buildings with their own zip code?
43 buildings.
Yes, buildings with their own zip code. I had no idea that it did. So
Man, okay.
I would say Washington,
that's
D.C.
that's what I would have gone with the District of Columbia.
It's a good guess, but it's not so. It's Manhattan, New York City.
That would have been my second guess.
Yeah. But I had I'm curious to know more about that. We'll have to do a little bit of investigation on that.
Probably so many buildings within that square.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would have said the same thing with D.C. just for the fact that District of Columbia, Bobby, what's District of Columbia? Well, D.C., you idiot.
Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah.
And you might know this one. Which U.S. state touches only one state?
What U.S. state touches only one state?
So you're going to have to think, outside the box, right? Because it's on the outside, because it otherwise could touch other states, and this one doesn't. Only one.
Man.
Well, that wouldn't be Florida.
No.
How about Maine?
That's a good guess. It's a very good guess. That's it.
Is it Maine?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah. I'm looking at Craig. He's like, is it Florida? Yeah.
I know. I said it wasn't Florida.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Way to go.
All right. Here's an. Oh, that one's too easy.
Go ahead. Give it to me.
No, it's too easy.
Come on. We got to give one to Craig.
All right. Which 2 states do not share a border with any other U.S. state?
Hawaii.
Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you it was easy.
Way too easy. My fans are even going, really?
Well, you're the one who told me to do it.
All right. Do you guys want more? Okay, let's have some more. More trivia.
How about the lowest point of the country?
The lowest point.
Do you know where it is, Craig?
New Orleans?
No.
Yeah, I would have said
It's actually
New Orleans too.
much closer here.
Really?
Yeah. Lowest point of the country.
Wow.
Do, 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 do.
Would it be
Death
where,
Valley.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Really? Death Valley is lower
Valley
than
is lower. Yeah,
than
I thought those were kind of interesting.
Yeah, actually, because a lot of people don't know that New Orleans is built below sea level.
And that's why when
Did
the
you know
levees
that?
broke, that's why.
Yeah, did you know that?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
one of the scariest.
My son-in-law is from New Orleans.
Oh, is he really?
Mm-hmm.
I
Original.
love New Orleans. I really do. Oh, look at the time. We
I
got
know.
to get the hell out of
I
here.
know.
All right. It's that time again. A word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You are indeed listening to A Pinch of Basile on the Pinch of Basile Network.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ,
a Lotus broadcast station.
the power of radio since 1967.
Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now, back to the show.
Oh, we are indeed back with A Pinch of Basile. Don't forget, I am streaming live on Facebook. You can also listen to the TuneIn app and or on any phone device. That's right. Once you have the app, just search America Matters. And if you're on your computer, go to americamatters.us. If you want to comment, go to my Basile fans page on Facebook. If you have any questions for our guests, give us a call at 844-790-8255. Or you can also text Janice. Janice, can you give them that number one more time, please?
Sure, if I can remember, 775-237-2266.
That's what I love about
How
you.
about that?
You always have this
Memory.
stuff. You have a great memory.
Well, see, I used to have this computer here, and that text number was right there, so I have to, like, visualize that again.
I got to tell you, our next guest, Dean Karnazes, is coming on, and I met Dean. Dean is, my God, he's my hero. There are certain people that I truly admire for their athletic prowess, but not only that, but also the guy's brilliant. I love him because I love his mom and dad.
You know his mom and dad,
I know his
too.
mom and
My
dad. They are also
goodness.
from the island of Icaria. For any of those who know the mythological story of Icaros and Daedalus, his mom comes from that island, Icaria, and that's the same island that I'm from. And they took care of my daughter, Zacharula. My daughter, Zach, loves his parents. And Dean, are you on the air with us?
No, he's not there yet.
He's not there yet.
No.
He's coming on.
Hasn't called in yet.
No.
Oh, my gosh. He's going to be calling in soon. But this guy has been absolutely fantastic. And I got to be honest with you. He has a book out called The Road to Sparta. And this is a story about the 153-mile run from Athens to Sparta that inspired the marathon and saved democracy, as told and experienced by the ultramarathoner and the New York Times bestselling author Dean Karnazes. I got to be honest with you, man. I'm just really excited. I mean,
Me too.
Now that he's not on the air for a second, I just want to read something.
You like to read his stuff.
I do, because Time Magazine named him one of the top 100 most influential people in the world, not just here in the United States, in the world. Men Fitness hailed him as one of the fittest men on the planet.
Wow.
Stan Lee.
I've seen his pictures. My goodness.
Yeah. He's
Wow.
just unbelievable.
Wow. is
I
all you
don't
can
think there's
say.
an ounce of fat on him.
Can't be. Absolutely cannot be.
I mean, to be able to work out the way he has and to be able to do the things that he has done
That's incredible.
and not to have any issue with any type of, any type of lactic acid buildup.
I wonder why that happens. Why don't we ask him? He is on the line with you
Because
now.
he's 100% Greek.
Is that what it is? Dean, welcome to the show, my friend.
I wanted you to keep embellishing. I didn't want to interrupt you. It was so good.
Well, you know what amazes me? First of all, I got a chance to meet you in person. Of course, I knew all about you. I got a chance to meet you at the National AHEPA Supreme Convention that was in Atlantic City. And we never met, but I knew your mom and dad, and they took care of my eldest daughter, Zacharula, who lived with him. And my daughter thinks of them as like another set of parents. She loves them that much, and your parents were so good to her. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because your parents are just wonderful. But Dean, it's an honor to have you on the air with me, man. Thank you so much.
Your daughter is part of our family. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling was mutual. My parents got a kick out of having her.
You know what?
I don't know who benefited more, to be honest.
Well, it was kind of funny. Zacharula is my eldest daughter's name. Right. So all of a sudden, Dean's dad winds up. They live off of a golf course, right? So all of a sudden, they get a bunch of golf balls that people hit into their yard, and they start playing golf. And she goes, "Dad, it was like 8:30 at night." They're starting to hit, and they're putting on the greens and everything. And I'm like, "Oh my God!" But Dean, welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for coming on A Pinch of Basile. But Dean, I got to ask you some of these questions. I was going already through, all your wonderful accolades, but can you just explain a little bit to my audience this deficiency that you have of not being able to produce any type of lactic acid that kind of keeps athletes from going as far as you have gone?
Yeah, so the phenomena, I guess to use some examples, I was tested against Lance Armstrong. This is prior to his, ill repute.
Right.
And what they found is that he was capable of out-sprinting me. So there's a measurement called VO2 max. like he could out-sprint me at any time. He was faster than me. But as far as just like going at a very high level, but not sprinting for a long time, there was no comparison. And the scientists conjectured that it's a substance called lactic acid, as you explained, which they were taking, needle sticks of me as I was on this treadmill in an experiment that was supposed to last 15 minutes that took 2 hours.
Wow.
And they still weren't able to like trigger this, this overload of lactic acid. My body just was able to neutralize itself as quickly as it was being produced, and they'd never seen anything like that. So, they were amazed. And and to tell the complete story, any athlete is a little bit better at clearing out lactic acid from their system, especially if they're an endurance athlete. But my numbers were just off the chart.
Now, is there anyone else who, I don't know if would I say that you suffer from this? Is this
It's
does this hurt
genetic,
you?
right?
Is it genetic? I mean, is it something?
Suffer.
I mean, I don't know.
My life entails a lot of suffering because that's kind of what I do. I sign up for a race, I suffer for a couple days, and then I lick my wounds and I suffer some more. I'm like a priest.
Oh yeah, yes you are. I mean, is there anyone else that have this same type of issue?
I don't know anyone that does. I mean, in the studies they looked at, my levels were off the chart. As far as other people having their lactic acid levels tested, it's becoming more mainstream, but it's not commonplace. Pretty soon, we'll be able to measure this with our watches. Like I have a Fitbit or an iWatch should be able to actually, from your sweat, detect your lactic acid level. So I think then people will tune into it a lot more. But right now, it's something that any endurance researcher looks at as kind of the baseline measurement for overall endurance. And could my brother possess the same thing? I don't know. I think that he would have to train as heavily as I do, because from my training, I think I've kind of manifested this if you call it a gift or a curse that I have. But I think through training, I built it. Maybe he's the same thing. I don't know.
Well, it's amazing to me because you're so fit. And what is your body weight, your body fat percentage?
It's below 4%. It's pretty low.
I hate
wow.
you. I just want to tell you that
everybody listening hates you.
I was telling Janice, I said, when I met you, I was like, I'm pretty sure I was born his size, and I was like, my onesie was his size right now, to be quite honest with you. But I'm just so impressed.
I try to put on weight. Believe me, I eat. I mean, my family, they can't believe it. They say, we can't believe how much food you eat, but it just it doesn't stick very well.
Well, that's kind of funny because I know a lot of marathon runners usually, or runners, anyone who does long distance, long endurance type of training, will fill up with some type of, pasta and breads and this and that, like the night before the race.
The things that stick to me like glue.
Yeah, and evidently doesn't happen with Dean. I don't know why.
No, not at all.
No, I mean we could riff on how bad doing what you just explained is for runners, and how the current thinking is 360 degrees different.
Really?
And now, believe it or not, the ancient athlete foods that Pheidippides and the ancient Greek hoplites and Hemerodromi, the foods that they were eating are now in vogue.
Oh,
yeah. So it's
higher fat, nuts, meat snacks. Not a lot of processed and refined carbohydrates. Very few carbohydrates. With things like figs.
Right. So basically, is it because I'm a huge proponent for the the Mediterranean diet, which is the Greek diet. I eat, trust me, I eat a lot of salads. I eat a lot of horta, which is dandelion greens. I don't know if you ever had them. They are simply delicious. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You forget who you're talking to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
My yaya made horta before I could. The food I was putting in they were feeding to me before I could even know what I was putting in my mouth.
Yeah, it's so sad because these are the same women who made me go into strange people's yards and pick these dandelion greens. And people are like, why is that strange Greek boy outside picking weeds outside of my, and they let me pick the weeds because they had no idea. It's like picking grape
Come to my
leaves.
house.
Yeah, you want to rake my
you got to walk around my neighborhood with my mom, who
Yeah.
what's he need? Oh, she talk about a klefty. She can't walk by someone's fruit tree without pulling things off. I'm like, Fran, Mom, this is America.
Listen, I'm not putting Franny down because she's in shape too. So
This isn't Kalamata. Come on.
God. Such a sweet woman. We're going to ask you a bunch more questions because I do have a lot of questions to ask you.
And we need to talk about his book, too.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to talk about your book, Road to Sparta, and I'm really looking forward to talking more about it. We got to go ahead and take a little break. But, Dean, I got some serious questions for you because I got to lose a bunch of weight. We're starting to film soon, and I need your help. How the hell am I going to burn this weight off? And so I'm going to listen to you. You're going to be my guru.
I have a strategy. Stay tuned, people. I have a strategy to
I
make
can't
this,
wait to
make
hear
this
it.
work.
Listen, we got to go ahead and do that sponsor thing so Basil can get in shape for Dean's strategy to take care of me. But listen, give us a call. Make sure you give us a call with any questions you may have for Dean Karnazes, 844-790-8255, or text us at 775-237-2266. We got to do that sponsor thing. We're going to be right back. You're listening to A Pinch of Basile. See ya.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ.
A Lotus broadcast station.
The power of radio since 1967.
To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now, back to the show.
We're coming back.
Okay, sorry.
So glad you can join us on the Pinch of Basile. That was Dean. He's a hell of a runner, but he doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut when he's on.
Well, come on, give him a break. He's on the phone. Come on.
No, Dean, I'll tell you what.
I got no coaching. There was there was no training involved. You guys threw me to the lions.
Just sit there and be quiet, kid, all right? Oh, my God. So glad you could join us on the Pinch of Basile. We're having some fun. We're here with my very special guest, Dean Karnazes. Thanks so much for joining us on Facebook. And don't forget, you can call in and text us, too. We've been talking with our guest, Dean Karnazes. Dean, talk about Road to Sparta. And because you and I know our Greek history, it's ingrained into us. And we know it. But a lot of people don't understand where the marathon came from. They really don't know all the stories about that. And by the way, I love that caricature. It's not a caricature, it's really you. And they kind of made it look like a watercolor painting of you holding the flag. I love that picture, by the way. That image was just great.
Oh, I'm proud to be Greek. I'm very proud to be Greek. And I'm really proud of the Road to Sparta because it's not what you were expecting. It's not. I mean, it is kind of a sober assessment of the war, the Battle of Marathon,
Mm-hmm.
but it is more so a story about a man discovering his Greekness. How I was raised as a child Greek. I went to Greek school,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I became a teenager, I thought the Greeks are weird. Like these are weird people. I'm not Greek. Move away from these people. Don't identify with them. Why is your Yaya with a a scarf over her face walking to school with you? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I kind of rebelled against it, and then I rediscovered Greece as an older man, and it's been a passionate love affair since then.
I have a quick question for
Sure.
you. So I'm a huge audiobook fan, and I see that your book is on audiobook. Do you read it, or does someone else?
No, another gentleman read it,
Okay.
and he did an excellent job. And
it's not always good when the author reads. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And I've had both experiences, but so I was just curious.
No, that's
I
fine.
read my second book, and people really enjoyed it. But recording your own book it's
Oh,
pretty.
man, that's
you need
tough.
the time. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 2 days in a studio, and I've never had a voice coach, so I thought I interviewed a lot of people before I chose the guy who did the audio. He was unbelievable. He had me train him in Greek, and he lives in
Oh, wow.
in New York, and he was going to Greektown. and talking to the restaurateurs and just immersed himself in everything Greek. And he's since taken his whole family to Greece. So he's
that's
caught
very
the Greek
cool.
fire.
Well,
he did a.
Go ahead, Dean. I'm sorry. I was going to
No,
interrupt.
he called me on multiple occasions and said, how do you pronounce Oreo? Or Orea.
Means nice.
How do you pronounce these words so I can come up with it right when I'm reading the book?
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. That's
I
neat.
happen to know someone, Dean, with a tremendous voice, who's in the entertainment industry, who does a lot of voiceover work. His name is Basil. But don't call me, God forbid, I wind up reading something from you. Someone who knows and speaks Greek fluently, but I'm just saying, look right past me. Don't even think twice about it. When you were putting this book together, because is this your second book or is this your first one?
No, this is my fourth book.
Wow. You know what? I didn't read that. Four books.
And I'm writing another one right now. There's a saying as an author, you're only as good as your next book.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've written two of them have been New York Times bestsellers, but what's new? What have you written lately?
Yeah,
wow.
Congratulations.
But
on
it
that.
is my
That's
fourth
awesome.
book. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm sure you must love writing to be able to do that.
Why would you say that? Oh my God, writing is. I think it was Hemingway say writing is you stare at a page until it starts to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, writing to me it's 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration.
When
to do it right, it takes time.
When you write, do you write, because a lot of writers will sit there and go, they come right off whatever they're thinking about, they start writing it and whatnot, and they flow with this story, can go in different directions, and they keep on writing and writing and writing, and then you go back the second time to proof it and to whatever. How do you write that way, or do you? Because like me, when I write, I have to take every paragraph apart and prepare it, because the next block, then you put another block, and I always got to make sure that when I do that, it has to build up to a beautiful, a structure.
We have a caller.
We
have
caller.
Mike from New York.
Oh, wow.
On line 2.
Okay.
Come on, Mike.
Hold on, Dean. We got Mike. Mike, how are you? Welcome to the Pinch of Basile.
Doing fine. I was just hoping to catch Basil on there. Is he there?
This is Basil, and you're talking.
Basil. Okay, I wasn't sure.
You got a famous runner on the line. Come on.
Yeah, I've been transferred by so many. First, I had the one screener, and I wasn't sure. Is this Basil? Yes, oh my God, it's Karnazes, man. How are you? This is Mike.
Mike, how are you? You're on with Dean Karnazes, probably one of the top 100 athletes of the world, and you want to talk to me? This is the guy you need to talk to, is Dean Karnazes.
Well, it was the one chance. We have a lot of mutual friends from, I used to be a Greek musician. I have a lot of friends in California. If you remember, I spoke to you a couple times on the phone. Remember, I'm a collector just like you are, and hopefully you'll be able to get up here at Westchester. I'm at Peekskill. But
okay.
But anyway, I saw it on there. It's no offense to any of your guests. Sorry about that. I don't mean to put anybody on the side, just to call to say hi to you. But also, I was hoping to listen in on the show, too. This is the first time I've seen it and had a chance to call in.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. I really do. It's very sweet of you. And listen, I want to get back to, you can call in anytime, but right now, I just want to let Dean know that, Dean, you don't have to write 4 books to have people call in just to want to talk to me.
So to answer, Mike, we have our show on Facebook, and then you also can go to americamatters.us, and you can hear the whole show.
Absolutely.
Just look for the podcast and go to Basile, and A Pinch of Basile, and you'll find it.
Absolutely. Yasufile, we'll talk to you soon, my friend. Thank you. Dean, tell me, have you, and this is something I don't know, have you, because of all the experience in marathon running, have you ever tried to go into the Olympics and to try out for that? Did you ever do that?
It's funny. The sport that I do is called ultra marathoning, which is typically, is much further than a marathon. I have to be honest. I could never compete in the marathon. Even in my prime, I could never compete against the current marathon runners. The Africans pretty much dominate.
Yeah.
But I'm more an expert at foot races that last 100 miles or further.
Wow.
And when the first time I heard about someone running 100 miles, I thought that's are there campgrounds or are there hotels? Like where do you stay? And when the guy said no, the gun goes off and you just run for 100 miles straight. And you run. Where do you sleep at night? He says you don't sleep at night. You just put on a headlamp and you keep running. And I said, well, where do you eat? He said you eat while you run. and I couldn't believe it. I thought, that's impossible. I mean, it's hard for me to run 1 mile. How can a human run 100 miles?
Well,
but that's what I do.
That to me is just amazing on its own, that you can eat, and because I have to have my fork and knife, and I got to sit down with a plate. I have to romance my food for my food to love me. But anyway, that's another story. All right, now listen, I gotta lose some serious weight because I'm doing a television show. Okay, that we're starting to film. I want to lose weight quick, burn it off quick. Tell me what I got to do. Now, I don't have the endurance that I once used to. I played football. And my thing was you hit someone, you go as fast as you can, hit someone, then we go back into a huddle, stop, we talk about it, what we're going to do again, and there was always stop and go, stop and go. Tell me what I need to do for this basal diet brought on by Dean Karnazes. Dean, what do I need to do? I want to hear this great diet.
Okay, so first of all, you've got to cut the 3 whites.
Okay.
So no white bread, and further, no bread at all.
Ugh.
Nothing with wheat flour in it. No pasta, no bread, nothing that has to be run through a machine before you put it in your mouth.
Okay.
And that includes barley, that includes rice. These things have to be processed to put it in your mouth. You can't pick a piece of rice from the field and chew it. So unless you can pick it from a tree or dig it from the earth or catch it with your hands, wild game, don't stick it in your mouth. You have to convert your diet that way. You have to drop sugar as well. So white sugar, all forms of sugar, is evil. Cut sugar and white fat, any sort of saturated fat, a hard fat, you've got to cut that. So the fat you get is all mono-unsaturated, principally from olive oil. So that's your diet.
I can't eat olive oil?
Then, you have to.
Oh, olive oil.
You have to.
Okay. Well, you're good.
Yeah,
there's one thing I can have.
Your main source of calories is olive oil.
I could do olive oil.
I can do olive oil too. Wow.
So if
do all the other things I just said.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, you lost me at no.
No
bread.
No
pasta, no rice. But you know what? If you tell me that's going to work, brother, I promise you that I will do my very best to keep away from that. I do love olive oil because I can eat vegetables till the cows come home, if you will. So
any special place we can get your...
Put good olive oil on your horta.
Oh, yeah.
And don't have the bread.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead, Janice.
Any good
but
place
there's another component, Basil. There's something else you got to do. You got to start moving.
Oh, that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
Really? What about running?
If my knees can handle it, I will. But listen, Dean, we want to ask you a question.
I just want to remind people to go get your book because he's got about 30 seconds to take us out. So Dean will get that on Amazon and all over the place, right?
Yep.
All
The
your
Road to
books.
Sparta, it's on Amazon. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
It's also in booksellers, but Amazon's an easy way.
All right, excellent.
Dean, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for coming on this show. I'd love to have you back on again because I want to do a recap of my diet just to let you know how we're doing. Hey, folks, don't forget, as we're counting down, you can catch us anytime, 6 to 7 New York City time, on Facebook, everywhere. You're listening to A Pinch of Basile. God bless. We'll see you later on. Thank you, Dean.